Welcome to the Restoration Revolution podcast, where we help restore hope and put your family on the road to recovery, one episode at a time. Here's your host and owner of Hazard Clean Restoration, Chad Melanie.
Just because your home looks fine doesn't mean costly damage isn't lurking beneath the surface. Let's explore how an annual maintenance inspection can save homeowners thousands. Welcome back, everyone. I'm Sophia Yvette, co-host and producer, back in the studio with Chad Maloney, owner of Hazard Clean Restoration. Nice to see you again, Chad. How's it going today?
It's going great, Sophia. It's going really good.
Great. And back with Chad today is Michael Donahue, a state licensed home and mold inspector with A&M Home Inspections, serving the Treasure Coast of Florida with over 30 years of industry experience. How are you, Michael?
Excellent. Thank you for having me on today. These are always so much fun.
Yeah, and that's wonderful. Well, Chad, I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to you.
Thanks, Sophia. Appreciate that.
Sophia.
So, Mike, I'm really excited to have you today. You know, you're a wealth of information, and talking about, as Sophia was talking about, the topic being costly damages. Making sure we can avoid those with the annual maintenance inspections. I want to learn something from you. And so as I was thinking through today's episode, I really kept thinking about, how does getting an annual maintenance inspection actually save the homeowner's money? Because at the end of the day, the homeowner is paying for that inspection, and it's really to help protect their property, right? But how does that actually save them money?
Perfect question for that. And that is key right there. It may sound counterintuitive that you're spending money on the inspection, but in the long run, it's what the big picture is. For example, we have a water leak underneath the sink where one of the valves is leaked. Just enough to start a slow leak, turns into a big leak, turns into more damages, snowball effect. Next thing you know, that's where you can save money in the long run. Things like that. Knowing whether or not your roof is time to be, if it's got life left in it. All the good key factors. Are you going to be putting out money right away for something like this now, or on the reactive side after it's too late? When you have an emergency, that's the wrong time to find out that the plumber, he doesn't like to come out on weekends, and you're getting, quadruple what you should probably be getting charged. So yeah, annual maintenance exam or inspection and report is key to staying ahead of things like that. You're jumping the gun on things that could happen to you when you don't want them to. Murphy's Law. If it can happen, it will happen at the worst time. So we like to get annual maintenance inspections ahead of them in the beginning of the year before storm and rainy season comes, which is starting to come out right now. You've seen all the rain here in Florida we're starting to experience over the last couple of weeks. Well needed, though, but at the same time, it brings inherent problems. That's one of those hidden things that takes place that you don't see in your when you have a simple roof leak turns into a bigger one, and things like that. So you're talking cost saving that can, in the long run, extend the life of your roof, extend the life of your water heater, things like that. Your electrical panel, looking for safety hazards that could be potential fires. Your insurance company, everyone knows the rates are not going down anytime soon. So taking care of those things ahead of time, it's going to save you. They're going to see that, oh, look, they had a new water heater put in just this year or something like that, for an example. New roof. They all do like to see new things, but at the same time, if you maintain your equipment, many of these things can get a substantial life expectancy out of your equipment, like your HVAC, keeping them maintained, things of that nature. Overall, it is get a evaluation and a visual of what's going on in your home. I think it helps. I know it is valuable.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Is there a time of year that you recommend? You talked about raining and everything. I know you get storm season coming up, but is there a time of year that you recommend getting, your home inspected?
Sure. There's never a bad time. Obviously, if you're behind the ball a little bit, it's never a bad time. But always the first couple months of the year and right before rainy comes, before spring is a evaluation time right there. As long you get in there before spring, And then obviously after storms take place is a good time to have your roof inspected because wind-driven rains, with the windstorms that we have here in Florida, they can be unpredictable, and you'll have damages without even knowing you have damage. And then they can add up and be very costly. You start to have structural integrity issues. Once the roof is compromised, it's a bad snowball. I've mentioned. One of those things that's gonna, if you finding out too late is just never a good time. That's for sure. So yes, at the end of the year after a storm, beginning of the year is never a bad time. So we suggested our annual maintenance inspection comes with a free 4-point inspection report included for your insurance, which is good for up to a year for most insurance companies. I've heard of a couple that go shorter, sometimes only 6 months and 3 months. Generally, the most insurance should take them a good, clean 4-point report for up to a year. So we include that as part of our annual maintenance inspection. Our annual maintenance inspection is a little more than just a 4-point. It's a little like a boosted up on steroids type of 4-point. We're going to inspect other portions of your home too while we're there. So it's a big overall picture of your home and a snapshot in time, right then and there. How is it right now? So in a year's, you can come back and do another maintenance inspection. And if we see something developed, there could be a bigger picture there that we, going to identify.
Yeah, it sounds like the homeowner is getting a lot for their money, especially when you're saying, I think you used the words, it's like a 4-point on steroids. Your inspection, when you come out to do an inspection, you're really making a difference and doing a lot more than just the average inspector.
Correct. It's more than just the basic that you're going to get. Some will just fill out the form. You might get it. Oh, let's get you through your insurance. And that's all you need right now is a good, clean 4-point. But if they're not helping you identify a problem that's in your home, they're not helping you as a homeowner protect your property and your investment. And that's the key, is to protecting it. Overall, any kind of unknown, unhidden surprises can happen, of course. But here you're getting a better chance. And the cards are in your favor if you're getting it inspected at least once a year with an annual maintenance exam.
Yeah. And, our homes are usually our biggest investment. So, why not make sure
Absolutely.
that you're catching things when they're small and taking good care of it.
Absolutely. Yeah. Biggest investment for most people, you're buying, the cost of homes are not going down. People are hoping that the market's going to go another way. There may be a little bit of wiggle room there now just because of some more homes being on the market, but it's still, value is there. And as long as you shop and buy, get what you're really looking for as a homeowner or future homeowner.
Well, appreciate your insight, Michael,
Yeah.
and appreciate you coming on today. And, it's going to be a wrap for today's episode of Restoration Revolution. And to all the listeners out there, if you're in the Treasure Coast area and you want to get ahead of costly repairs or to make sure, your inspection is rock solid, don't hesitate to reach out to Michael and team at A&M Home Inspectors. That's www.anmhomeinspections.com. And as always, if you found today's conversation useful, make sure to subscribe, leave us a review, and share this episode with someone who could benefit from it. I'm Chad Maloney with Hazard Clean Restoration, and you've been listening to the Restoration Revolution, where we're turning chaos into clarity, one episode at a time. Until next time, stay informed, stay prepared, and stay safe. Bye, everyone.
Thanks for listening to the Restoration Revolution podcast, where recovery starts here. Let us help put your family on the road to recovery. Go to hazardclean.net or call 772-259-5018. That's 772-259-5018.